So more now on our top story, that being after months, maybe even longer, years of negotiations and uncertainty for business, today marks the start of a new era as the UK is no longer in the EU single market and customs union. So the last-minute trade deal that was brokered means UK business won't face tariffs and quotas when trading with the EU. But there are other significant changes which businesses have had just days to prepare for. So are they ready? Well, let's talk this through with Sally Jones, who is EY's Brexit strategy and trade leader. Good morning, Sally, and Happy New Year to you.
So, good morning, Happy New Year.
On the whole, businesses were breathing a sigh of relief when we saw that deal brokered just before Christmas and, of course, passing through parliaments, etc. So can businesses now move on with certainty this year? There's an awful lot for people to get their heads around. For the British Retail Consortium, they said it's, the biggest imposition of red tape businesses have had to deal with in some 50 years. There will be a tricky few weeks and months ahead. The government have warned us of that there will be that settling in period. For financial services, what are your thoughts on that? Negotiations are continuing.
Well, actually, it's not
for getting up so early on New Year's Day. I hope you have a good day and year ahead. Thank you for your commentary.
Thank you.
Well, even with a deal in place, experts are warning, of course, and as you just heard there, that the wrangling with the EU is far from over as businesses get to grips with the new ways of operating and the many issues such as financial services we've just mentioned. And the deal itself as well will be reviewed every 5 years. Now, given both sides have largely said the deal is fair, what sort of long-term relationship can we expect? Well, let's discuss this with Dr. Ulrich Hopper, who's Director General of the German-British Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Good morning to you and Happy New Year to you as well. So give us your take on, from your perspective, for European businesses, to what extent they're ready for this change. Thank you for being on the programme. Well, we shall talk some more about Brexit and implications in a moment, but let's now get some of the other business stories. Spain and the UK have struck a last... Now, what will it take for the UK to boost its trade ties around the world? What will be the sticking points with the world's biggest economies as the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson tries to reach trade deals that will help him realise his dream of a global Britain? In a moment, we'll hear from our correspondents in India and China. But first, here's Michelle Fleury in New York on the challenges of getting a deal with the world's biggest economy, the United States. So that was an interesting look at the future trade relationships that the UK can consider. Well, some companies in the UK are very hopeful about Brexit and being outside of the European Union single market. They will bring new opportunities to grow their businesses overseas. One of those is the Kent-based British hovercraft company, which makes small hovercraft for leisure and commercial users. The US is one important market, but it hopes lower tariffs could help it elsewhere as well. So there you have it. That's a business that is looking ahead to the opportunities. We've got more businesses to discuss that with a little later in this programme as well. Now, there are fears that not enough of our old technology is being Here in the UK, something called the tampon tax ends this morning in England and Wales. This is the value-added tax on women's sanitary products. It is now cut to zero. You're watching BBC News. Let's remind you of our top stories. So, I don't need to tell you this, do I? It is a new year, 2021, which means that many of us are breathing a sigh of relief that 2020 is behind us. However, we're all well aware, aren't we, that the challenges posed by a global pandemic, and also for us in Europe, the UK and Europe getting to grips with a new relationship, those challenges are still great in the year ahead. 2020 saw a tumultuous year for financial markets. Some of the world's top indexes, though, ended the year in a better place. For the US, for example, they ended on record highs, the tech-weighted Nasdaq gaining more than 43%. That was not the case for the UK's FTSE 100. It fell by 14.3% in 2020, one of the poorest performers in the world. Well, let's talk this through to you and have a great year. I'll see you again soon, I'm sure. Now, the new year marks a big change in China. It will ban all imports of solid waste from today. Here's some details. And that is all from me for now. If you're watching us on BBC One, breakfast will start very soon. If you're with us on BBC World, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Have a great day.